Gandang umaga po at happy birthday sa ating birthday boy. Ang ating pong sesyon ay pangungunahan ng panalangin ng ating kagalang-galang Konsehal Dado Moldes.
Magandang umaga sa lahat. Ating pong damahin ang presensya ng ating Panginoon. Panginoon, magandang umaga. Maraming salamat sa bagong umagang ito, sa bagong pag-asa, sa bagong buhay. Lord, maraming salamat po sa mga blessing na binigay mo sa amin, sa maayos na buhay at masayang pamilya. Tinataas din namin, Lord, ang aming kasamahan na magdidiwang ng birthday niya bukas. Naway bigyan po siya ng malakas na pangatawan at talino para magampanan niya kanyang serbisyo sa lungsod ng Muntinlupa. Ganun din, Lord, gabayan mo po kami at samahan mo kami sa session na ito, sa aming 52nd regular session. Sana lahat ng aming desisyon ay kaaya-aya sa iyo. Lahat ng ito ang among samot dalangin sa pangalan ng iyong anak na si Jesus. Amen.
Ang ating pong lupang hinirang at ang marcha ng Muntinlupa. Ating pong magitingin ang Councilor's Creed.
The Councilor's Creed. I am a Philippine councilor, mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents in their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as the guiding principle of my official acts. And as I tread the pathways of local legislation, may the Almighty guide my mind and heart that I shall be true to my constituents and the Filipino people.
Dalako po tayo sa ating attendance. Kagalang-galang ang Konsehal Attorney Alexon Diaz. Konsehal Attorney Raul Coro, Attorney Rachel Arsiaga Molina, Konsehal Pati Cati Bongcayao, Konsehal Yudidaya Presnedi, Konsehal Walter Arcilia, Konsehal Tiñefes, Konsehal Amanda Jane Camilon, Councilor Attorney Reggie Ann Landrito, Councilor Engineer Mamerto Sevilla Jr., Konsehal Kay Anrong Gavilla, Konsehal Francis Ian Magatsing. Okay, thank you, sir. Council Engineer Arlene Hilapo, Konsehal Marisha Limar Baez Reyes, Councilor Rodolfo W. Moldes Jr., Councilor Cornelio Martinez, Councilor Allen Ampaya, Councilor Engineer Jonas Angelio Abadilla. Mayroon pong sapat na bilang.
Dahil tayo po ay may sapat na bilang, tayo po ay magpapatuloy.
Okay, pagtitibayin po natin ang katitikan ng nakaraang pulong.
Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Attorney Raul Coro, you are recognized.
Good morning, Madam Presiding Officer. Good morning to our colleagues in the 11th City Council. If there are no more corrections or amendments to the minutes of the 51st regular session, I move that we approve our minutes of the said 51st regular session.
There's a motion to approve the minutes of our previous regular session, seconded by Councilor Attorney Reggie Ann Landrito. Do I hear any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Para po sa ating unang basa, ang una po ay accreditation of Acacia Muntinlupa Homeowners Association Incorporated with postal address at Orchid Street, South Green Heights, Village, Barangay Putatan, Muntinlupa City.
Madam Presiding Officer, this matter is referred to the Committee on Urban Poor and Housing, chaired by the Honorable Councilor Mamerto Sevilla Jr.
Ikalawa po ay an ordinance establishing guidelines in the implementation of the interim financing program for socialized housing in the city of
The
Muntinlupa.
same is referred to the Committee on Urban Poor and Housing, chaired by the Honorable Councilor Mamerto Sevilla Jr.
Ikatlo, an ordinance providing assistance to the relocated families for a reckoning period of 2 years from the date of relocation.
The same is referred to the Committee on Urban Poor and Housing, chaired by the Honorable Councilor Mamerto Sevilla Jr.
Kaapat po ay ang Resolution 64, Series of 2026 by the Board of Regents, pamantasan ng lungsod ng Muntinlupa, or a resolution approving the amendment of Board Resolution Number 35, Series of 2024, entitled A Resolution Approving the Proposed Creation and Abolition of Plantilla Position na pamantasan ng lungsod ng Muntinlupa.
Madam Presiding Officer, this matter is referred to the Committee on Personnel Administration and the Committee on Education, with the Committee on Personnel Administration, chaired by the Honorable Councilor Attorney Rachel Kaytel Ann Arsiaga Molina as the lead committee.
Para po sa ating construction agreement, ito po ang mga sumusunod. Road pavement works at Back Road, Jade Streets, Barangay Homes, Tunasan. Various repair works of drainage system at Ringgit and Won Streets, Villa Carolina 1, Barangay Tunasan. Road pavement works at Emerald Hills, Victoria Homes, Tunasan. Asphalt overlay of Santo Niño Village, Barangay Tunasan. Construction of road and drainage system at Porok 1, Block 10, Bayanan. Road pavement works at Burbi Park Homes, Raspberry Street, Victoria Homes, Tunasan. Repair of drainage system at Big Bend, Street, Mark Homes Subdivision, Tunasan, renovation of Assets Management Division Office at Plaza Central Poblacion, road pavement works at Hillgrove Street, Diamond Park, Victoria Homes, Tunasan, construction of drainage system na Fuente Compound, San Nicolas Street, Kupang.
Madam Presiding Officer, this matter is referred to the Committee on Public Works and Infrastructure chaired by the Honorable Councilor Ryan Bagatsing.
Para po sa ating unang ulat, ito po ay ang ulat ng Personal Administration chaired by the Honorable Councilor Attorney Rachel Catriel and Arsiaga Molina, who conducted their public hearing last July 2, 2026 on the Local Finance Committee Resolution Number 12, Series of 2026, or a resolution endorsing the proposed creation of permanent positions for the Sports and Recreation Management Division under the Office of the City Mayor.
Councilor Attorney Rachel Ann Arsiaga, you are recognized.
Good morning, Madam Presiding Officer. May I now read my committee report?
You may proceed.
Honorable Stephanie G. Teves Wong, Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer, Sangguniang Panlungsod, through Honorable Councilor Attorney Raul R. Coro, Majority Floor Leader. Dear Madam Presiding Officer, respectfully submitting to you the report of the Committee on Personal Administration on the result of the public hearing held on July 2, 2026 at the Session Hall regarding Resolution Number 12, Series of 2026, issued by the Local Finance Committee, signed by the members thereof, and dated June 8, 2026, entitled A Resolution Endorsing the Proposed Creation of Permanent Positions for the Sports and Recreation Management Division, or SRMD, under the Office of the City Mayor. Madam Presiding Officer, may dispense with the reading of the list of attendees and the documents submitted.
Any second on the said motion, seconded by Councilor Dado Maldes. Hearing no objection, the motion is approved.
Thank you po. Number 3, discussion. The public hearing was conducted for the legislative action on Resolution Number 12, Series of 2026, issued by the Local Finance Committee, signed by the members, dated June 8, entitled Resolution Endorsing the Proposed Creation of Permanent Positions for the Sports and Recreation Management Division under the Office of the City Mayor. The SRMD is primarily mandated to manage, maintain, and maximize the city's sports facilities while promoting health and wellness programs for Muntinlupeños. SRMD manages facilities such as Muntinlupa Sports Complex, the Aquatic Center, the Track and Field Oval, football field, baseball field, and skate park. The City Human Resource Management Department reviewed the proposal and found the same compliant with existing Civil Service Commission guidelines, with all documentary requirements found to be in order. The SMRD proposes the following permanent positions to be created: Recreation and Welfare Services Officer 5, SG 22, Step 1, Admin Services and Finance Section, Admin Officer 5, Salary Grade 18, Market Specialist 1, Salary Grade 11, Admin Officer 1 or Cashier 1, SG 10, Admin 8 or Driver 1, SG 3, Sports Recreation Services Section, Recreation and Welfare Services Officer 4, SG 18, Recreation and Welfare Services Officer 1, SG 9, Sports and Games Inspector 1, SG 6. Under Engineering and Maintenance Section, Engineer 1, SG 19, Admin Aid 4, Electrician 1, SG 4, Admin Aid 3, Plumber 1, SG 3. A total of 11 positions under 3 divisions or sections. The funding requirements for the proposed creation of positions shall be subject to inclusion in the fiscal year 2027 budget and availability of funds in accordance with existing budget rules and regulation. Recommendation: the committee hereby recommends to approve the Resolution Number 12, Series of 2026, issued by LFC, signed by the members, and dated June 8, 2020, entitled the Resolution Endorsing a Proposed Creation of Permanent Positions for the Sports and Recreation Management Division under the Office of the City Mayor. Respectfully submitted. Chairperson, yours truly, Councilor Attorney Rachel Arsiaga.
And the rest of
Vice Chairperson, Councilor K. Rongabilia. Attorney Raul Arcoro, Majority Floor Leader. Councilor Didayo Armesnedi, Councilor Engineer Erlindi Hilapo, and Amanda Jane Cabilon, Councilor Attorney Alexon Diaz as members. Madam Presiding Officer, hinihiling po na pansamantala pong isuspend ang ating internal rules para mapag-usapan po ito second reading.
Motion to suspend the internal rules seconded by Councilor Attorney Reggie Anandito. Hearing no objection, the motion is approved. We are now in the period of discussion. Councilor Engineer Mameto Sevilla Jr., you are recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Madam Presiding Officer. Linawin ko lang po itong ating nakasalang na ordinance. Sa ngayon po, meron tayong YESDO, Youth and Sports Development Office. No? Sa pagkakaalam po ng inyong lingkod, ito po ay parang na-divide na rin. Pinaghiwalay yung youth at saka yung sports division. No? So with this impending approval of this ordinance na nakasala ngayon, does this mean yung mga ngalaga ng mga facility nakahiwalay na sa sports division? Ganun po ba ang pagkakaintindi ko?
Madam Presiding Officer, noong 2023 po, through executive order, na-create po itong SRMD. So si SRMD po ay totally nakahiwalay po siya sa YASDO, although dapat talaga mapasama sila doon through executive order lang po. Kaya po nagkaroon tayo ng comment during public hearing na baka it's high time na magkaroon sila ng sarili nilang office. And ang sabi po ng HR, by next year po, siguro po makreate na po yung office, ayusin po yung org structure kasi iba yung mandato po nila talaga sa YASDO. Ang mandato po ng SRMD is i-maintain yung facilities natin ng city government. So, dati, ang YASDO po ang in charge dun sa maintenance and operations po ng lahat ng sports facilities. Pero simula po nang create nito noong 2023, yung SRMD na po yung gumaganap dun sa trabaho po na yon. So, ang YASDO po, nag-focus na lang sila sa youth development, sa mga trainings and sports ng mga bata tuwing summer. Ganun na lang po yung ginagawa nila. And sila din po yung umaasikaso sa mga youth organizations, pero itong SRMD, sila po talaga yung in charge ng mga facilities.
Okay. Malinaw naman po, Madam. What is the relation now naman between these SRMD and our procurement office naman? Kasi ang dati, yung procurement office ang nangangalaga ng lahat ng facilities dito sa atin, no? Ano ang relation nilang dalawa naman ngayon?
Nang nakita ko po yung letter po ng SRMD, ang SRMD po ay mainly in charge sa mga sports facilities po. So, doon po sa executive order, inalis na po sa lahat ng opisina yung pag-ooperate and maintain ng sports facilities at nililipat na po yun doon sa SRMD.
So, it will be an independent office ngayon or division under the office of the mayor. So, yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Marami pong salamat, Councilor Sevilla Jr. Kinikilala po, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Raul Coro.
Maraming salamat po, Madam Presiding Officer. Doon po sa YASDO, no? Youth and Sports Development Office, with this creation of the Sports and Recreation Office. Ano po yung official name ng office? Sports and Recreation Division ba? Ano bang ano?
Sports and Recreation
Division pa, no?
Management Division.
Sports and Recreation Management Division. So nawala na po yung aspeto ng sports doon sa YASDO. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Madam Presiding Officer, kasi po ang humahawak na din po ng mga sports activities katulad po ng mga ginaganap po nating mga swim competition, yung mga baseball competition, baseball trainings, basketball trainings, lahat po yon ang gumaganap po nun yung SRMD na po.
Opo. So kung gayon po, ay meron po kasi tayong ordinansa na itinatag itong YASDO, Youth and Sports Development Office. In effect, we are amending the said ordinance. Tama po ba? Dahil nawala na po yung sports doon sa YASDO.
Councilor Attorney Rachel.
Madam Presiding Officer, 1 minute recess po.
Kahilingan po ng 1-minute recess. Councilor Attorney Rachel Ann Arsiaga.
Madam Presiding Officer, hinihiling po na ma-defer muna po itong proposed ordinance. Meron po tayong mga kailangan pang klaruhin and i-reconcile sa mga nauna pong mga ordinansa na naipasa ng City Council. So magkakaroon po muna kami ng meeting with, as mentioned by Attorney Coro, with Yasto and SRMD. So yun po.
Any second on the said motion by the chairperson, seconded by Councilor Engineer Arlene Nilapo. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Para po sa ating unfinished business, ito po ay from the Committee of Education on an ordinance institutionalizing the annual search for 10 Muntinlupa outstanding students under the Muntinlupa Scholarship Division, providing guidelines for its implementation, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes.
Councilor Jedy Fresnedi, our birthday boy, you are recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Presiding Officer. Sa pagsisimula po, hinihiling ko po na mabasa po ang isang liham mula po sa Muntinlupa Scholarship Division.
Pansamantala pong hinihiling ang kaayusan sa ating pong kapulungan at meron pong babasahin na liham ang ating pong chairperson ng Committee on Education. Councilor Jedy, kayo po ay magpatuloy.
July 2, 2026, Honorable Jerida R. Fresnedi, Chairperson, Committee on Education, Sangguniang Panglusod ng Muntinlupa City. Dear Honorable Fresnedi, greetings. This refers to your letter dated June 29, 2026, requesting the comments and recommendations of the Muntinlupa Scholarship Division on the proposed ordinance institutionalizing the search for 10 Muntinlupa outstanding students. After careful review, the MST submits the following comments and recommendations. Letter A, retain a unified category for all eligible students. The search for 10 Muntinlupa outstanding students is intended to recognize exceptional individuals whose achievements, leadership, service, and character have made a meaningful impact on their schools and communities. Such distinctions are earned through personal merit and sustained commitment, not by the classification of the educational institution in which a student is enrolled. Maintaining a unified category reinforces the principle that excellence is universal and that every qualified student should be afforded the equal opportunity to be evaluated under the same standards. This approach upholds the integrity, credibility, and inclusive spirit of the program, while ensuring that the distinction of being one of the city's outstanding students remain a singular and prestigious honor. Also, in the current educational landscape, students are now exposed to numerous opportunities, both locally and internationally. Further, highlighting the importance of evaluating them under a common standard that reflects their overall competencies and achievements. Letter B, maintain the existing scholarship grant. While the division recognized the intent to enhance the scholarship benefits for future awardees, any proposed increase in scholarship grant necessarily carries financial implications for the city government. As such, it is respectfully recommended that the existing scholarship grant be maintained until a comprehensive financial study has been conducted and the proposal has been evaluated by the local finance committee to determine physical viability and sustainability. This approach ensures that any adjustment in the scholarship grant is supported by available appropriations and consistent with established budgetary and financial procedures of the city government. And letter C, purpose of the institutionalization. The proposed ordinance should primarily establish the institutionalization of the search for 10 Muntinlupa outstanding students to ensure the continuity, sustainability, and consistent implementation of the program. To preserve flexibility and facilitate future improvements, it is recommended that the ordinance provide only the general policy framework, while the specific operational guidelines, eligibility requirements, selection process, evaluation criteria, composition of committees, and other procedural details be prescribed in the implementing rules and regulations. This approach allows the program to adapt to evolving educational needs and administrative requirements without the need for frequent amendments to the ordinance. We trust that these comments and recommendations will assist the Honorable Committee in its deliberations. Thank you for your usual support. First, really, Aaron Clarence L. Caballero, Head, and Copy Furniture Office of the City Mayor. Ma'am Presiding Officer, nung nakaraang regular session po natin, 51st regular session, meron po dalawa pong tanong po na raise up. Una po is yung magkaroon po ng dalawang category, isa po sa public, isa po sa private, at yung isa naman po ay yung magkaroon po nung mag-increase po tayo ng scholarship assistance, at yung pangatlo, yung po pala na yung maglagay po ng particular requirements. At dito po, meron sa liham po ng MSD, ang recommendation po nila is yung una po yung unified po, i-retain po natin yung unified category. Yung pangalawa po, yung i-maintain po muna natin yung scholarship grant dahil may budgetary cost po ito. At yung pangatlo ay yung purpose ng institutionalization na yung general framework lang po muna yung ilagay para magkaroon ng flexibility. At kung nasagot na po nitong liham po yung mga katanungan nung nakaraang public hearing, siguro po very light na lang po yung discussion po ngayon. And Ma'am Presiding Officers, nili ko po na buksan na po natin yung period of discussion.
Tayo po ay nasa period of discussion. May nais po bang magtanong o maglinaw? Councilor Sevilla Jr., you are recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Madam Presiding. Advance happy birthday po sa ating magiting na konsihal bukas.
May nakita akong McDo pumapasok kanina.
Actually, I'm here, Madam Presiding Officer, not to question the ordinance. No? May mga ilang bagay lang akong isa-suggest at ang tingin ko ito ay mas makagaganda doon sa ating ordinance. No? Pag binasa po natin yung title, Madam Chair, an ordinance institutionalizing the annual
Title.
search for the 10 most. No, yan yung title ng ordinance. Inaanap ko po yung meaning ng institutionalizing, no? At sa aking paghahanap ay nakita ko ang meaning ba sa dictionary to embed a concept, practice or rule into the established system, no? Culture or structure of a society or organization. In other words, ang isa sa synonym nitong institutionalizing is yung pagkakaroon ng permanency, di ba? Kaya nga namin ginagawa itong ordinansa natin ay para taon-taon na, kahit magpalit po ang ating mga pinuno sa ating lungsod, tuloy-tuloy yung napakagandang programa. Yan yung tema ng ordinansa. Ang ordinansa po, Madam Chair, no, ay merong iba't ibang klase, no? Sa research ko rin, ano ba mga types ng ordinance, no? Napuyat ako dito kagabi, eh.
Nag-research.
Hindi, at least naman, meron tayong konting natututunan, no? Ito po ay siguro yung mga bago nating kasamang konsela, importante para sa kanila na dumaan dun sa parliamentary procedure, no? Kaya schedule mo na sila. Kasi ordinansa, hindi naman pagka sinabi nating ordinansa, ito yung katapat ng resolution. Ordinansa is a fixed, na gagawin batas. Yung resolution is ng council, no? Expression, no? Ang ordinansa po ay may iba't ibang halimbawa rin, no? O type, no? Una, yung regulatory ordinance. Sa regulatory ordinance, siyempre, dito nakapasok yung mga gusto nating i-regulate sa ating lungsod, yung territorial jurisdiction natin. Halimbawa, anti-smoking, waste, traffic, yan yung mga regulatory, you know. And another type dito kasi sa regulatory ordinance, dito po mapasok, pwede mo lagyan ng penal provision to, parusa or karampatang pagbabayan, no? Meron tayong tinatawag pong tax ordinance naman. Ito naman yung ini-implement ng city para makakuha ng revenue, yung ating mga tax ordinances. And the most important na trabaho ng ating sanggunian naman, yung appropriation ordinance naman, kung saan dito nakapaloob yung ginagamit na budget ng ating pamahalaan. And then sa committee namin, yung zoning and land use ordinance, and lastly, yung administrative or organizational ordinance. Bakit ko po binanggit yung mga type? Kasi po habang binabasa ko yung draft ordinance ng ating kasamang Consel Jedy Resnedi, saan papasok itong an ordinance institutionalizing the annual search? Dalawa po ang pwedeng tingnan. No? Una, yung appropriation ordinance kasi nag-appropriate tayo ng pondo para doon sa mga premyong ibibigay doon sa mga mananalo. Of which yan ay makikita na natin this time doon sa Muntinlupa Scholarship Ordinance. Pasok siya doon. And another one is doon sa administrative or organizational ordinance kasi ito po ay magiging continuing program na ng ating lungsod kaya yun yung ating dalawang tinitingnan. No? Ngayon, ang akin lang pong mga ilang comment, Madam Chair. No? Unang-una, doon sa binanggit ko, siguro ma-incorporate natin dito sa ipapasa nating ordinance yung amount specifically doon sa ibinibigay. Be it nasa Muntinlupa Scholarship Program siya, hanguin natin, ilagay natin dito sa ating ipapasang ordinance para pumasok siya doon sa appropriation ordinance. No? And pangalawa, since binabasa po natin ito, meron tayong tinatawag dito sa ordinance ni Councilor Jedy na steering committee. No? Okay po yun. Maganda yung may steering committee of which, pero ang mandated na office na mag-i-implement nitong programa, itong Muntinlupa Scholarship Division. Sila yung minandate, magkikreate siya ng steering committee of which the steering committee will provide for the inclusion of an ano ba ito? Tawag dito? Implementing rules and regulations. No? Nireview ko po yung implementing rules and regulations. Tinignan ko, ang ordinansa ba na merong implementing rules IRR, dapat ba naka-incorporate or hindi? Ang sagot po ng ating na-research, pwedeng hindi, pwedeng oo. Pag medyo comprehensive ang ordinansa, no, ay kailangan ito po ay nakahiwalay. Pwedeng dalawa ang klase pag nakahiwalay. It is mandated by the ordinance through a provision on the ordinance na kailangan maglalagay ka ng IRR for this purpose. Itong IRR na to pwedeng padaanin to be ratified by the City Council or pwede rin hindi. By the mere approval of the mayor, pwede. No? So at this ordinance na pinapasa natin ngayon, ako po ay naniniwala naman na maganda, pero hindi naman siya ganong comprehensive. Kasi malinaw naman dito yung policy, yung process, tapos yung pagpili, scoring ay ibabaubayan na natin sa steering committee, Madam Chair. Ang kahilingan ko lang po, sabi ko nga, para naman yung gagawin ng steering committee, yung process sa pagpili ng estudyante, yung grading sa magiging score nila doon sa competition, ilalagay doon sa implementing rules and regulation, ilagay natin sa provision na ang Muntinlupa Scholarship Division is mandated now to create the IIR and let the council ratify. Yun po yung akin na ibalik po sa council yung gagawing IRR ng ating Muntinlupa Scholarship Division para naman mahimay natin dito sa council at after which ira-ratify natin. Kung mamamayagan po yung ating sponsor, Madam Chair.
Councilor Jedy.
Maganda po yung mga suggestion po. Una po yung ilagay po yung amount at ilagay na rin po yung amount po na ito ay may regular review.
Yeah.
At yung pangalawang recommendation po is yung implementing rules and regulation is to be ratified by the
Yes.
City Council. Maganda rin po.
Yeah.
Mamayagan po tayo.
Yan lang po, Madam Chair, dahil birthday bukas na nga, hindi na natin patatagalin. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you po, Councilor Sevilla Jr.
Yes po. Kung wala na pong nais magtanong, hinihiling ko po na magtungo na po tayo sa period of amendment.
Councilors, tayo pa nasa period of discussion. Kanikilala po, Councilor Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Ko.
Salamat po, Madam Presiding Officer. I take note of the explanation of our sponsor on the letter written and submitted to us by the Muntinlupa Scholarship Division, and I gladly accept the explanation. Just an additional comment, Madam Presiding Officer, since this most outstanding students program has been with us since, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 1994. No, that's the reason why I'm asking, Madam Presiding Officer, because I propose that in the period of amendment, we provide the predicate or what we call the whereas clauses, no? Before proceeding to section 1, we provide the predicate that whereas the Muntinlupa Outstanding Students Program was established in, so yung ano po yung specific date, during the time of, because we also have to recognize, Madam Presiding Officer, the historical precedent, no? Sino po ba ang nag-establish nito? And as far as I can remember, panahon po ito ng dating Mayor Ignacio Toting Bunye and Vice Mayor Jaime Fresnedi, no? So, ilagyan natin ng historical precedent, no? Whereas this Muntinlupa Outstanding Students Program was established in, so yung date po, during the term of, and then whereas at that time, this program was established because meron pong precedent yan. Meron po yung mga records in the office of the mayor or vice mayor kung ano po ang naging history po nito, Madam Presiding Officer. And then whereas, since its establishment, ilan na ang napili from 1994 to 2025, medyo konting history po, so that when we look at the ordinance, alam natin na ano yung naging historical precedent nitong Muntinlupa Outstanding Students. Just a comment, Madam Presiding Officer. Thank you.
Magandang comment po, Ma'am Presiding Officer. Hilingin po natin sa period of amendment na ma-include po ito. At naalala ko po sa pagkwentuhan ko po na before po may create po yung Muntinlupa Scholarship Division, ito pong most daw po ay ini-implement po ng Mayor's Office. I think UPAD pa po ata yung parang UPAD po yung narinig ko. Siguro i-confirm na lang po ng committee sa pag-draft po, sa pag-finalize po sa whereas clauses. Yan po, mag-present.
Tayo po ay nasa period of discussion pa din. May nais pa po bang magtanong, maglinaw?
Yan po. Ma'am Presiding Officer, kung wala na pong nais po magtanong at maglinaw, nihiling ko po na magtungo na po tayo sa period of amendment.
Motion to end the period of discussion, seconded by Councilor Engineer Jonas Abadilla. Hearing no objection, the period of discussion is now closed. We are now in the period of amendment. Councilor Majority Floor Leader Attorney Coro, you are recognized.
So I now, Madam Presiding Officer, I now formalize my proposed amendment that we provide historical precedent by providing whereas clauses on the history of the Muntinlupa Outstanding Students. So may I repeat, subject to form and style, because we do not know the specific date, Madam Presiding Officer, that we provide the historical precedent when the MOS was established, what were the reasons for its establishment at that time, and number two, since then, how many MOS outstanding students have we selected and produced, at ano po ang naging epekto nito sa ating overall education program. of Muntinlupa. I so move, Madam Presiding Officer, for the approval of the said amendment.
Any second on the proposed amendment, seconded by Councilor Sevilla Jr.? Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Any amendments? Councilor Sevilla Jr., you are recognized.
Reiterating my previous amendment, Madam Chair, na siguro sa Section 8 na lang, subject to form and style na lang SEC, dun sa awards and incentive, siguro ilagay na natin yung actual amount na ibinibigay based on the MSC ordinance. And another section of which ilagay po natin ang magkakaroon, mandating the implementing agency, the Muntinlupa Scholarship Division, to IRR, and then for the IRR to be ratified by the City Council, subject to form style na lang. Yun lang po, Madam Chair.
There's any second on the proposed amendment by Councilor Sevilla, seconded by Councilor Engineer Jonas Abadilla. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the proposed amendments are approved.
Madam
Another
Chair,
amendment?
sorry, nakalimutan ko, no? Konting discussion dun sa binanggit kong amendment na magkaroon ng IRR. Kasi this IRR, of which it will be ratified by the City Council, will answer dun sa mga questions ng ibang konsehal during the ratification of this IRR. Kasi iladaan pa rin naman sa public hearing yung ratification, magkakausap yung council at yung mga steering committee doon sa nakalaman doon sa IRR. Yun lang po, Madam Chair.
Tayo po ay nasa period of amendment pa din. Meron pa po bang nais na mag-amenda? Kinikilala po, our Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Attorney Coro.
Madam Presiding Officer, this is of course subject to the agreement by our honorable sponsor. I just thought of the return of service clause or provision in this ordinance. Kasi sa haba-haba na po ng ating history ng most, marami po ang nagtatanong. Marami na po ang nabigyan ng scholarship, nakagraduate na po. A lot of them are successful in their careers. Ang tanong po, ano po ang naging return of service ng mga napiling most na ito? Ano ang ibinigay nilang kapalit? Sila po ba ay nagkaroon ng ambag sa pag-angat ng edukasyon sa Muntinlupa? I just don't know if this matter can be included in the ordinance, no? Hindi naman po specific, pwedeng mag-tutor over the weekend, pwedeng magbigay ng financial assistance para magkaroon ng upgrading ang ating mga bata sa ating schools. Whatever service that can be given as a result of your being chosen the most, ay hindi po yan naka-institutionalize. Bahala yung napili. Minsan, walang pakialam. Talento ko ito, bakit ako magbibigay ng serbisyo? But meron po ba tayong possible provision na pwedeng ilagay na sila po ay mag-return of service in terms of paying back, kumbaga, no? Na napili ka, naging successful ka, ano ang ambag mo? Ano ang pwede mong gawin para naman yung ibang estudyante sa Muntinlupa ay matulungan mo. Lalo na ngayon na meron tayong krisis sa edukasyon, no? Or pwede naman po doon sa sinabi ng ating kagalang-galang Konsehal June Sevilla na maipasok natin sa IRR. Pero ako po, aking pananaw, Madam Presiding Officer, mas maganda kung meron tayong specific provision dito na there must be a return of service. In other words, natulungan ka ng city government, we are expected to help in the future, no? Kapag ikaw ay nasa posisyon na tumulong sa ating pamahalang lungsod at sa ating mga nag-aaral.
Okay po. Meron, Ma'am Presiding Officer, add ko lang po siguro na meron po create na alumni association po ang 10 most kung saan na member po lahat ng mga awardees po. And doon po sa alumni association, doon po yung pwede maging contact person po ng MSD for volunteer opportunities. At kung mamarapatin po, ay doon na po natin include po sa implementing rules and regulations. Yung pong pagkikipag-coordinate po ng MSD sa Alumni Association at yung mga opportunities po na makapag-volunteer. As yung ibang scholars din naman po ay meron pong mga volunteer opportunities po sa pagtuturo po sa mga schools at mga blood donations at iba pa naman po mga binibigay. Yun po.
So, are you telling po na hindi na siya masasama sa amendment? Any second po on na may include na lamang po sa IRR ang proposed amendment po ng ating majority floor leader? Any second? Seconded by Councilor Engineer Sevilla Jr. Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. 1 minute. Kahilingan pa ng 1 minute recess. Councilor Sevilla Jr., you are recognized.
Yes, Madam Presiding Officer. In addition or in support doon sa binanggit ng ating majority floor leader kanina, medyo nakakalimutan na po natin yung return of service sa ating lungsod. Kasi actually meron tayong pending ordinance dyan. Kaya tumayo ako, tinanong ko kay Councilor Jedy, hindi pa pala natatapos. Kasi alam po ninyo, Vice, sa ating mga kasama, bukod sa most, no, marami tayong scheme ng scholarship na binibigay. Dito sa mga ito, siyempre may mga gumagraduate. Actually, hindi naman ako sa nagyayabang. Yung anak ko dalawa, scholar ng ating lungsod, nakatapos ng medicine, yung isa, nakatapos ng law yung isa. Pag nagkukwentuhan kami sa bahay, tinatanong nila sa akin, ano na nangyari dun sa return of service na ordinance ninyo? Kasi sila daw, magkakaklase sila. Actually, yung anak kong doktor, 4 silang doktor sa batch nila, na magkakaibigan sila. So, willing sila na if any or what program they can provide or support, willing sila. Kaya ako tumindig, baka pwedeng through our chair ng Education Committee, may follow up sa MSD. Ano-ano ba yung mga programs na pwedeng gawin para naman yung mga nakatanggap ng scholarship sa ating lungsod, minsan baka magkaroon ng isang malawakang dental mission, mga graduate natin, legal advice, sama-sama. Sila yung nangunguna. No? At yan po ay tingin ko gusto rin nila. In a way, na ibabalik nila yung naging pakinabang nila sa lungsod natin. So, through the chair, siguro kayo na mag-usap-usap ng MSD for that purpose. Madam Chair, salamat.
Ma'am Presiding Officer, dagdag ko lang po. Ang current program po kasi ng MSD for return service is kailangan po maka-accumulate po ng points dun sa MY points. Then either nagtuturo po sila ng 1 day po dun po sa target schools or blood donations or mga iba pa pong programs. Ang concern lang po dito is, yung kaibahan po dito is yung target po kasi dun sa volunteer programs is yung mga current scholars. Pero kung yung target po nung
MSD.
proposal po is yung former scholars, pwede naman pong mag-draft po tayo ng another ordinance for that po. Yes po. May current po akong ginagawa, Ma'am Presiding Officer, for teachers naman po. Kasi sila po yung maganda pong encourage po natin magturo na halimbawa mga 10 days sa isang semester, pre-service teachers, scholarship for them. But if this is isang another category, pwede naman po pag-aralan po parehas po. Yun lang ako, Ma'am Presiding Officer.
1 minute recess or recognize? Kinikilala po, Councilor Engineer Jonas Abadilla.
Madam Presiding Officer, just to add what has been said earlier by Councilor Sevilla, actually we are building, I think the Youth Affairs and Sports Development Office has been establishing the Muntinlupa Scholar Society. Actually, ito po yung isang organisasyon na kung saan kasama po dito yung mga estudyante po natin galing PL-MUN, if I'm not mistaken, pamantasan ng lungsod ng Muntinlupa, Colegio de Muntinlupa, and other nearby universities. No? Binuo po ito para po magkaroon ng, i-connect po yung city government to all our existing scholars. Pero I think it's also time for us to create an organization that has been, that has members of alumni of this search for the 10 most, basically the 10 Muntinlupa outstanding students. I think it would be best also not just limit the students who were alumni of this program. Siguro explore din po natin yung pagkasali din ng lahat ng mga graduates natin ng Muntinlupa Scholarship Program. Basically, from the start of the Muntinlupa Scholarship Program until now, including all of those who are alumni of this program, shall form an organization, pool of volunteers, Madam Presiding Officer, that can also help and support the programs of the city government. Actually, napakaganda po nun. When we cluster different scholars from different professions, meron po dyan mga doktor, meron mga abogado, meron mga engineers, may professionals, business leaders. So, maganda pong organisasyon iyon so that those outstanding students and scholars of our city can also mentor existing students right now. Magkaroon ng mentorship program, basically. But it's up to the Muntinlupa Scholarship Division for the implementing rules and regulations. It's just a suggestion, Madam Presiding Officer. Gusto ko lang pong suhayan ang sinabi ng ating konsehal. At agree po ako doon, I fully support the creation of another ordinance to create how the return of service can be an avenue for us to, of course, to return our gratitude bilang mga scholar ng Muntinlupa. And nararapat lamang po, Madam Presiding Officer, na, of course, nasa himno nga natin yun sa Muntinlupa March, na ang lakas, talino at buhay ay iaalay para sa bayan. Kaya po, it's time for us to create this establishment of this organization or a system para makapag-return ng service ang ating mga former outstanding students and now professionals of our society. Yun lamang po, Madam Presiding Officer. Supporting also our committee chairman.
Salamat po, Councilor Jonas Abadilla. For the record, meron na po tayong existing during the time po ni Ma'am Carla Gabriel ng 10 Most Alumni Association. So if we want to put up another association na kasama lahat, pati mga LAMP scholars natin, yung Law and Medicine Scholarship Program na binabanggit kanina ni Councilor Metong, and other scholarship natin, mga beneficiaries, mga former beneficiaries natin, ay mapag-usapan sa mga susunod pa ng ordinansa. I would like to remind po na nasa period of amendment tayo. Meron ang mga pinag-uusapan po natin ay mga proposed amendment for the ordinance. Meron pa po bang nais na mag-amend? Kung wala na po, Councilor Jedy Presnedi.
Kung wala na pong nais mag-amenda, hindi ko po na magtungo na po tayo sa pagpapatibay po na nasabi pong ordinansa.
Motion to end the period of amendment, seconded by Councilor Attorney Rachel Ann Arsiaga. Hearing no, is there any objection? Hearing none, the period of amendment is now closed. All those in favor of the said ordinance, please raise your right hand.
In favor are Councilors Presnedi, Bongcayao, Arsiaga Molina, Coro, Diaz, Arcilia, Niefes, Camilo, Nandrito, Sevilla Jr., Hilapo, Vice Reyes, Moldes Jr., Martinez, Ampaya at Abadilla. Boto po ninyo, Konsehal Rongavilla, Konsehal Bagatsing. Thank you, sir. Lahat po ng nasa Bulwagan at ang nasa Sumpo ay sumang-ayon.
Dahil ang lahat po ng narito at nasa-Zoom ay sumasang-ayon ang nasabi pong ordinansa ay pinagtitibay on second and final reading and may proceed accordingly.
Para po sa ating liham, una po ay Resolution number 11-1, a resolution recommending the utilization of savings under the Community Development Fund for the construction of a drainage project in Barangay Putatan, Muntinlupa City. This is from the Local Finance Council.
May I request the Honorable Secretary to give me a copy of the said resolution, being the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations.
Noted, sir.
Thank you.
Second is a certification of no objection to the construction, improvement, installation, maintenance, and operation of the proposed drainage system signed by Alexander Arsiaga, property owner of the affected area. Sige po. Ibang bagay na pag-uusapan po.
Tayo po ay
Other
nasa
matters?
other matters. May nais po ba na mag-discuss? Councilor Jody Presnetti, you are recognized.
Salamat po, Ma'am Presiding Officer. Kanina po, tsaka last week dumaan po tayo dito po sa SP Secretariat. At may napansin po tayo na yung may tumutulo po na tubig dito po sa side po na ito. Siguro po maka-request lang po ng ang copy po yung City Council nung pong report po nung po dito sa building po natin. Sa Opo, ng inspection report po dito po sa building po natin para po mapag-aralan po natin kung kailangan na po ba nating, may kailangan po bang i-renovate or may kailangan na po bang lumipat at
Lumipat.
Apo, kasi, apo. At yun din po kasi syempre medyo matanda na po itong building po natin. So, para lang po mapag-aralan. Pero in general, yung makahingi lang po muna tayo ng parang report po mula po sa City Engineering. Lalo na po magbabudget, ano na kasi, so mapag-aralan po. Kasi medyo 30 years na po ata itong building. At nagpapasalamat naman tayo kasi yung tiles po natin dito na ayos po before po.
Pero yung sa second floor, sa stairs.
Yeah. Opo, pero yeah, siguro kung meron pong nais magdagdag po ng discussion, may erase po ngayon.
Ay, isa pong idadagdag yung sa stairs, sa tiles natin, sa stairs. Marami pong baka mga ma-aksidente. Majority floor, Attorney Coro, doon po sa other matter ni Councilor Jedy.
Ang request po is, ang secretary po natin, humingi po ng detailed inspection report po mula sa City Engineering. Dito po ang People Center.
Opo. Madam Secretary, please take note. Thank you.
Thank you po, Councilor.
Thank you po.
May nais pa po bang mag-discuss on other matters? Kung wala na po, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Coro, you are again recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I move that we adjourn our 52nd regular session this morning.
Any second on the said motion, seconded by Councilor Attorney Reggie Anlandito. Do I hear any objection? Hearing none, our 52nd regular session is now adjourned.